I'm a Howard University student because of the network.
I'm a Howard University student because I believe in the legacy.
I'm a Howard University student.
I'm a Howard University student.
I'm a Howard University student too because I want to be the best.
Miami. A group of us students, during my freshman year, we went to Miami for spring break. That's usually, one of the destinations our students go to.
Panama City for the younger crowd.
I'm going to Puerto Rico. I hear there's a large contingent of people going there.
Some people just don't like going home and they stay in D.C. There's a lot of things to do in D.C.
Yeah, I've stayed in D.C. 1 year. It was okay. I went to the zoo and, did some other safety.
How many people do you usually travel with, or would you plan to?
Like your friends.
Probably like 6.
4 or 5.
6.
The whole team.
The whole team, man.
The whole team. How many of you actually know your healthcare status and rights? How many of you actually know your healthcare status and rights? Vaguely. By a show of hands, really quick, how many of you actually knew Davon Green Franklin?
Like, no.
Sure.
I knew
Of him, okay.
I didn't really know him like intimately, but I knew him vaguely. Like, we would greet each other when we saw each other.
I knew him personally through pals. I've known him, throughout my matriculation at Howard.
No, I didn't know Devon, but a lot of my close friends knew him.
I did not know Davon coming into Howard, but when I did come to Howard, I found out about his foundation through my campus pal.
I've known Davon since freshman year when we lived in Charles R. Drew Hall.
How did you find out about his passing?
I was in Meridian in my room, and somebody shot me a text, and I didn't believe it. And I went to Alex's room, it was like a couple doors down from me, and told him, and then he got the text, and then we ran to one of the girls' room, and all of them were crying because they had the text before we did.
I was driving to Atlanta for spring break, and I was with another member of Campus Pal, so he was very close with him, and he found out, and the whole car, we just stopped, we pulled to the side. He was very shaken up. I also have close friends who are in his fraternity, and they had called me, and I was calling them, and it was just a really crazy time.
I actually lived with 3 campus friends at the time, and I forgot who got the phone call first, but somebody got a phone call. I remember Jasmine got the phone call first, and then she ran through the house and told everybody. We were actually all getting ready to go to spring break ourselves, so we were like just doing our hair and just packing and stuff like that. And I don't know, it was a very sad moment in the house.
I'll never forget it. It was, I was in Drew, I was sleeping, and Chad came and bust open my door and said, Davon died. And then I couldn't stop shaking the entire time.
I found out initially through Twitter.
I heard on Twitter as well. I was home for spring break in Memphis, and I just saw this on Twitter, and I was like, what? And I just kind of went on Facebook, text people I knew, and just to find out more about it. So yeah, I heard it through Twitter as well.
How has this affected you all since?
I guess it reminded us that we're not invincible anymore. That something can happen.
It really curtailed a lot of the misconceptions that people had. Like, the only people who, stuff happens to them on spring break are crazy white girls who are drunk and go off with men they don't know. But that wasn't the case with Davon. He was somebody who was out swimming. He caught a cramp. He knew how to swim, so it wasn't the typical situation.
There's only so much you can do. Like, no one expected Davon not to make it back here. Like, I had swim class with him, and I always find it ironic that was the last time I saw him was in swim class and he drowned. Like, that bothers me to this day. I think it's just one of those things where you're like, it's only so much you can do, so treasure each moment.
It makes me question, like, where were the lifeguards on duty, or like where was the whole safety mechanism, like how everything was set up.
Knowing what happened, you're pretty much more aware of the different surroundings or different things you want to get involved with. Because, having something happen like that, you really realize, like, life can be cut short, and you want to maximize all your time as you can.
Stay away, my baby wants me to. Don't you go.